Good morning. Welcome to Store and Pfister, as you know it, but today we're going to talk about 200 Adams, as we know it. That's the name that we branded the building with, the 65-unit apartment building that we're doing a gut rehabilitation on, and that I've had the privilege of working with some really great folks to put together this tax credit project. So let's take a look inside. We'll talk about where we started, where we're going, and what we've done in the last couple of months, including what we've done over this 2 or 3 month hiatus that we've had. So we're now in apartment 601. Right now we're in the living room and the kitchen. What we've done here is we've taken, and one of the interesting things about what this project is all about is not only we're reusing the building and we're reusing the historic facade, but we found throughout the demolition, underneath layers of tile, underneath layers of carpet, underneath layers of plywood, was the original maple floors. This building was used as a furniture warehouse and manufacturer in the 20s and 30s, and had other lives between then and now what we're doing. So what we did was we removed all of that. We put a light sand on the floor and then a light finish. Now, obviously right now you're looking at a little bit of dust and we're still playing with the actual final finish, but these floors are gonna come up looking like $1 million. And we couldn't be more happy with the way that they look, but more happy with the way that they just add to the overall appearance of the place. So we're on the 6th floor in the main hallway. And what you're seeing here is this is the final drywall to finish the hallway walls. For the most part, the units are all framed with the exception of the one to the side here, which we're leaving out because that's where the trash chute goes and a few other things. And we came up with a design for a room number that will have this little sconce here, a little place that, you know, if you're coming home at night and you need to fumble for your keys, you can put your phone down, you can put your cup of coffee. The room number will be right here, and this will add to the overall appearance in the hallway, as well as provide light at foot level. I wanted to take you on a little tour through one apartment. The windows have yet to arrive, so let's not get upset when we see these old windows, because they are going to get replaced. So this is a 1-bedroom apartment. As you can see, the walls are painted, the floors have not been sanded yet. The electrical is in, the plumbing's in, 100% of the rough-in is in, tubs are in. We try to take and make sure that the unit itself has light everywhere, natural light. So what we do is we put a transom light in here, and that brings what's called borrowed light from the outside into the bedroom. There's a double door closet for this apartment, for this bedroom only. There's a hall closet, and then there's space in the bathroom to put things. This side has 4 windows. What will happen when we replace these is they will go back to the original historic look, which was an operable window on the left. It's actually 3. An operable window on the left, an operable window on the right, and then a big glass panel in the center. I want to take you down and I want to show you the 5th floor, 4th floor, show you where we are in terms of a progress standpoint. So now we're at 602, and we're going to take you in 602, show you the progress there, and we're also going to introduce you to Jess Kalinowski, who's doing our leasing. So this is 602, and as you can see, we're trimming out right now. We're putting the baseboard on. And over here is Jess Kalinowski, who is doing the leasing and marketing for the building.
We're really excited for this project. We have great old original hardwood flooring, leather granite countertops, upgraded stainless steel appliances, great views of the city and the courthouse square, large windows, and lots of light in the apartments.
And we're going to take a look at the status of construction on 5 and see where we are with framing and rough-in and all the other things that are required to make a finished unit. So this is 5. All of the framing, with the exception of the 13 unit, is complete. The hallway framing, what they call topping out, is done, which is all the demising walls above the finished ceiling height, and that requires a sprinkler system to be installed. That requires some rough-ins to be there. That requires, as I said, all the framing. As you go look around the corner, you'll see we're finishing topping out the Carter walls. Once those things are done, it's another 2 weeks to get the units fully drywalled and then ready for finishing. So now we're on 4, and again, we're going to take a look at the status of construction here, show you where we are. You'll see all sorts of similar things that you saw on the upper floor. This floor is a little more clean, and the reason that is because we had a little less demo. The 6th floor, just so that you know, in this area to my right, your left, is where the central core of bathrooms was, running down through the building. As an office building, it had large bathrooms on each floor in the same location. But on the 6th floor, they had a topping slab and all of the major mechanical equipment in that area. So that 13 unit, when you saw from the previous picture, you see a lot of junk on the floor, if you will, and that's because that had a 6-inch topping slab that we had to remove. We're fully framed on the 4th floor. As you can see, we're topped out everywhere. We come into the unit. Now, this is the same unit we started with, 601. In this unit, we've got all our ceiling grid hung, all our drywall, I'm sorry, not all our drywall. We've got all our ceiling grid hung. We've got all our metal studs in. We've got our demising walls up. So here we are on 3, and as you can see, just like on 4, all the framing is done for the corner walls, the common areas. We've started topping out the drywall. They're inside the units now, finishing the drywall topping, and they're also going to be setting up the bracing for some of the walls in there, because as we have those transom lights, you don't have a full wall going up to the underside, so you need some extra bracing. Down here is something that we have on each one of these floors. Now, remember, this is a corner building, so the back portion of the building, which faces the alleyway, never had windows in it. So one of the things that we did was to use that back area, we added windows. So let's take a look down here. Now, you're not going to be able to see this view again, because this is a platform unit similar to 602. Where you're standing right now is the platform of the bedroom. But what I want you to understand is, to get to this point, these windows here were never actually in the building. The opening was there. We had to have this pass through the Park Service. And in order to make this a usable unit, we had to bring in the natural light. So these 6 windows, you're looking from this unit here to the corner unit, these 6 windows were never in the building. They match the historic openings perfectly that were here, and they provide, as you can see, an incredible amount of natural light. This is sort of what the 6th floor looked like, only you got to add a whole bunch of walls, little tiny cubicles, a whole bunch of ceiling, all sorts of stuff, ductwork, plumbing, cable trays for all the network wiring, on and on and on. Each one of these floors takes 3 to 4 weeks to demo in and of itself. You will see that this floor is framed, and you'll see that the 5th floor is drywalled, and you'll see a lot of other progress that the initial stages of any project, it always appears as though it's slow start. This corner unit here, as we talked about earlier, is one of these units where they had the original 1923 hardwood maple floors. They put another layer of 3/4 ply on, they put a layer of tile, and then they put a layer of some kind of pergo type floor. We're going to expose the hardwood floors from 1923, we're going to refinish them, and they're going to look every bit as good as the day they were put down. Thank you very much for your investment in me. Thank you very much for your investment in the project. Get it done on time and get it done this year. And we will be, because in October, our first residents move in. Thank you.